Hello, everybody. This is Flint Forge Gaming again with your DM Ronan O'Leary in the Forest of Faerie
Hello.
Isles. Take it over, Ronan, you bastard.
Gotcha. Ho-ho! Anyway, each of you guys are stuck in a vault, middle of a formerly dwarven location. Dwarven location was completely destroyed by a plague. You guys are doing your various things in the cave, and the monk Zarin was just going over and looking at the case. A case of a sword that you guys had discovered last time. It's called Viper's Calling. Got wonderful gold trim, black box. So what exactly are you doing with the case, Zarin?
Could I just kind of like study it, look at it, and see if there's a simple way to open the case?
It's already open.
Okay.
It's just
Okay,
sort of
then.
placeholder for sword, no lock on it.
Keep the case, we'll sell it. We need the money.
Okay, is the case supposed to be? It's supposed to be
You
like
say
a really,
that as we have 8,000 gold in the bag. Damn it!
I know.
Okay, so what are you doing, Zarin?
like is the sword itself unsheathed? Like does it have a sheath with it?
The sword itself doesn't. It's just got a straps and a set sort of sling it over your shoulder
Oh, okay.
or along your waist. It's not got a full scabbard of any sorts.
Okay. Cool. Zarin is going to take out the sword and kind of like hold it up in the air and examine it very carefully.
Okay.
Are you going to do it like The
pick up-
Legend of Zelda?
I want to be a little bit more dramatic than that. Like
So you pick up the sword.
That was
you
Final Fantasy, but okay.
bring it out of the case gently, your hand resting upon one, both outstretched in your palm, your palms outstretched, the blade resting upon them, and you sort of slowly wrap your hand around the hilt and raise it up and sort of glance about it in the dim light of the room and the various magical enchantments that the room is using to keep lit in the location, and you sort of glance around the blade, and then suddenly this otherworldly this presence just starts pulsating through your hand and into you. Give me a will save. Or a wisdom saving throw.
5th edition, Ronan. There's no will save.
Fuck off, everybody knows what I mean.
Some newcomer might start with this episode and be really confused for the rest of his life.
Or he might have fucked off too.
This Okay, so this voice starts permeating into your mind, and you just feel yourself becoming stuck, sitting there and listening to it. The rest of the room goes black, and all you see in front of you is a singular person sitting in a seemingly darkened exterior, barring the one light that that's laying upon this one person. A rather oddly dressed individual with flowing brown robes and calloused hands and a shaven head and bare facial features, barring his eyebrows, just sits there before you.
is he how is he like staring down at me? Is he
Staring right at you.
What's the expression on his face as he sees I'm wielding the sword, which I apparently I'm just guessing he knows a lot about.
Nothing in particular. He's just staring at you, rather blank stare almost, but clearly focused upon you in the room.
Okay. While he's staring, it's gonna probably be, if he doesn't say anything, there's a moment of silence, and Zaren's gonna look around him. How is everyone just gone? It's just a dark room.
Just dark room. Not even a room really. Seemingly emptiness around everything other than a singular solid pathway, you could say, in front of you to this person, and around is just complete darkness.
Zaren's gonna look around, and then he is going to take the sword, drop his arms down with it, and just walk slowly towards the figure in that path.
as you start getting closer and closer and closer, roughly once you've closed around half the distance between the two of you, he sort of speaks. He sort of raises his head slightly towards you, says, "Who are you?"
My name is Zarin. Hello.
Zarin of where?
The Temple of Drak.
The temple.
Yes, that is where I'm born, and that's what I live my life for.
Where does his name hail from?
He said, where's it hail from?
Where does the name originate?
Oh,
Do you know?
Zaren's gonna think back to the days he was a young lad studying in the Water Monks Library,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure I would know the original name, like where the name Drak came from.
Mhm.
I assume it's like it has something to do with the dragon. That's what Zaren's going to assume. So he'll say, from my studies, I believe the name Drak originated from a more draconian time, a more draconian era, where the monks first started to become an actual temple. But I'm not sure.
You are close. But I want you to know, where does the Viper's sculling blade come from?
When he says that, Zaren's going to say, yes, this blade is quite attractive. And he's like, when he says that, he's looking down at it like it's like calling his attention, like the power of it. He's
It's,
going to say,
As you start focusing more upon the blade, you notice that there's these multicolored almost veins that are popping up and throughout it that are sort of pulsating. At first it was pulsating a shade of purple throughout it, but now that you sort of gain more focus, that purple sort of goes from almost a violet in tone to a dark borderline blue color, creating almost a faint light emanating from it.
when that happens, Zaren will say, could you teach me about this sword? I want to be its master.
I am the sword.
When he says that, Zaren's eyes are going to widen. He's going to say, what? This is you? How?
That sword was forged with the essence of of a monk of great powers, not of this realm, not of your temple, but one long ago. He forged that blade to make up for the sins he committed.
I see. This monk, I assume when you say he is none of this realm, he is very ancient before this time existed. There were monks back then. That surprises me.
Not in what you would say as a monk by today's terms, or by your temple's terms.
I see.
But he was dedicated to self-perfection, perfection of the body, the mind, the spirit, to become one with the world as it is.
Yes, that is the true nature of a monk. I can definitely see there could be many people before our time that sort of philosophy before philosophies were a thing. Now you say you wear this sword.
Yes,
Can I use you? Do I have your permission? Do you require anything of me?
for now, what I demand of you is for you not to shed the blood of the innocents. At which point, if you switch down that path, I must not allow you your free will any longer.
Zarin is going to do kind of the punch fist type of bow, and he'll say, "I welcome you to take over my body if my actions do not seem in your favor. I believe in preservation of life, so I believe our philosophies are in line with each other.
Well put.
I do not have a problem with you taking over my body, if need be."
Now, let us seek out the corruption of the world and right the sins done by them.
Yes, I believe with you by my side, I can be much stronger, and with strength comes knowledge. I believe this is the right path for me, and I would like you.
With strength comes superiority.
When he says that, Zarin's going to say, over the past year or so, I've ran into powerful beings, other monks with much more superiority than I could have ever hoped to imagine even a week ago. But now, I see myself becoming old and wise and great like them. And if you will help me, I believe we can do great things together.
The optimism of your youth is inspiring.
When he says that, Zarin's going to chuckle a little bit and say, "Yes, I've been told by the other monks at my monastery that I am quite upbeat, even for their standards."
That will be a change of pace. Let's just move on. And sort of as he says, he moves on, the robed figure in front of you, the bald face, you notice that slowly he starts almost becoming more and more translucent as his form sort of becomes more and more similar, you could say, almost to that of a liquid form, and eventually it just sort of appears as though he's some sort of almost purple tinted water elemental standing in front of you, and then just evaporates in front of you, and you suddenly appear, sort of your mind just goes back into your body and self, and you just sort of are standing there almost shaken in front of you back in the room inside of the bank at the bottom of the caverns.
How long did this take?
You just noticed your friend was just staring there at the sword for
Alright,
roughly
when
30 seconds, and
When
then
he
you see him
comes out
shake.
of it, just I'm gonna be shaking him. Zarin, wake up!
It wasn't even long enough for you to really notice. It was just like 30 seconds. You just saw him standing there, sort of staring at the
Okay.
sword.
It's 30 seconds we
Digor
need.
is very impatient.
I am. It's the truth. We gotta get out of here.
Yes, I'm sorry, my friend. I feel like I've been out of it for a while, but I'm here now, and I realize we are in danger.
Screw danger. We got coin to spend.
Yes, I do remember how you like your currency.
I don't. It just means beer.
It's quite useful in society. However, he's gonna look down at his sword, very satisfied. He's gonna say, "I, however, have all I need right here."
The sword sort of flashes with your purplish glow.
If it were up to me, Daigor, I would remove the furniture and kill every last one of those undead beings to send them to their final resting place. However, I do not think that is a safe option.
Let's just concentrate on getting out of here.
But I do believe they deserve rest.
There'll be time for that later.
I agree.
Put it on to-do list right after dealing with Door.
The dead have no more need for time.
Alright then, so... what do you guys do at this point?
Otter, you have a way for us to get out of here quick? That crystal thing?
Yes.
You want to, clap on, clap off, get us out of here?
No. No.
We got what you came for, right?
Yes.
Well, there's no need to stay here.
No, I want to stay.
Your friend said you wanted to stay.
No, that wasn't.
I know.
I was joking.
I know.
Oh fuck no.
Alright, I grab all the money,
Now
sling it over my
everyone's
shoulder,
trapped forever.
sling over my shoulder, and be like, no, let's get the hell out of here.
Do we have a destination if we choose to teleport? Is it safe?
Hopefully in town.
Back to go back to my camp or in town.
I vote town.
I'm fine with going back to the town.
Just a little warning there, Zarin. It might be under attack by orcs. We're not really sure right now.
Orcs. So you're saying they might be attacking innocents? Then we must hurry back to town and protect them.
Thank you. I'm glad to see there's a vote on my side on that predicament.
What does the lizard think?
Sounds good. Might give us a chance to make a difference in that fight.
Good. Now, do as you do in your grade schoolers and everybody hold hands.
I want to hold my brother's and Zarin's hand. 'Cause they're the two I trust the most.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Travis, you get the mechanical hand.
Alright, well you get the mage hand.
It doesn't work. We're both missing the left hand. It doesn't work like that.
Maybe he's standing backwards.
Huh? I thought we were missing opposite hands.
No, I'm missing the left hand. You're missing the left hand too, ain't you?
You guys, your brotherly
Yes.
relationship is just built on falsehood. Can't even hold
You
hands.
tell me this whole time?
The other one's just a shiny glove.
Can't trust each other at all.
Oh.
You can shake hands.
I'm just imagining this suddenly coming up, and then Ulrich just sort of looks down at his hands, and then he just sort of like cuts off the other hand and just sort of switches it.
You'll never know.
Mid argue.
It's like, wait, why do I have Rashashka hands?
Fine.
Alright then, he picks up, also, Oddard goes over and picks up your halfling compatriot and puts him on his shoulder, and then, all of you guys are holding hands in a circle, and you start noticing that the purple, or the blue crystal that he's got embedded in him starts glowing and starts emanating more and more light as it starts pulsating and creating a blinding presence throughout the room where you guys all almost have to look away
Right.
and close your eyes, but by the point, or else risk losing a bit of sight. And as it starts emanating more and more, then it starts dimming down a bit once you start opening your eyes, and you notice that you're in the middle of the street in the town with Telgarn's blacksmith shop slowly off to the left, and you see the compound, the Iron Brigade's compound down the road. You see all the familiar buildings and the sights, and you all look up just in time to see a fiery rock almost fall from the sky and explode into Telgarn's blacksmith shop.
Oh, shit. You just rebuilt that.
I'm sorry, Telgarn.
Out of character real quick.
Am I
Steven,
close
he's
enough
got a
that I
purple
can
stone.
dance
Go
with-
crush it.
What?
Steven, I'm telling Steven he's got a purple stone. He needs to go crush it.
Wrong character.
Okay, and you just
I've been
see
close
that
enough
thing
to
shatter.
fall on
And you
it.
see several people that were outside. Most of his workers were outside standing in, except for you notice Telgarn wasn't. And then you just see him emerge again, just battered and bloody and slightly on fire in his garments. Just emerge from his shattered building. Just looking up the sky. Just you see him puff and you see fire emitting from his nostrils with every breath.
Ooh. Shit. Ooh.
I'll go over to him and say, "You want help get even on him? Let's go."
It wasn't until we being invaded by.
Oh my god, is it Pip's kid?
Yes.
I thought he went off.
That was a magic spell. Some sort of comet thing.
Okay.
I think we're going to move from here.
That's probably a good idea.
Somewhere through the realms, you hear a very distant voice yell, "Crush it!"
Good old Amlak.
I see you found Oddard.
Aye, that we did. Now we're going to see if we can make a difference against whatever's besieging the town right now.
He sort of lets out a puff of flame as he sort of turns back to his shop and says,
I'm going to start moving my stuff to another building. Because this time, destroyed the forges.
That's a good idea. Perhaps you could convince the father to give you some sanctuary in his church. I'm sure to appreciate the additional security you'd provide.
Sure. I'm trying not to have a bit of a very I'm about to kill everyone in this town moment, so I'll leave you be.
you see
Please
him
do
wander.
not harm innocents.
You see him wander over and grab one of his dwarven compatriots, just toss him into the building and shout,
Go get the stuff!
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Do you want to be next?
I'm good. My brother here might want to ride.
Ulrich, do you want to be next?
No,
You
I
can help
I
me
think I'll be
move.
alright.
Don't worry, I'm a good aim. You see that bit of flaming metal? You can move that.
We got other things to attend to, I think.
Aye.
That's
I'm just gonna start whistling and just walk off.
just start. What? You guys start wandering down the streets towards the Iron Brigade's place, and you just keep hearing Telgarn cuss, and occasionally you'll see like a burst of fire emanate upwards into the sky. And you'll turn around at one point and you see it's emanating from him as he's breathing fire at some of the people to get them to move faster. So yeah, what do you guys all do now?
Well, we're gonna wander around town, see where we can spend some money, I guess, if it's not under attack right now. Or is it under
Not
attack?
currently.
Okay. Well, let's hurry up
Not
and get
currently. You do see that there's a significant more amount of the Iron Brigade members wandering throughout the town.
let's get business done quick, and then we can join the front lines.
I'm heading to the Iron Brigade headquarters because they will probably know what's going on and where to defend.
What's everybody else doing?
And what's Ulrich, Zern, and yes, what are you two doing?
Zaren's gonna follow Zeke.
Okay. And Ulrich?
What's the help?
Yeah, I'll probably go to the Iron Brigade.
Alright, I'll follow
Area
them
two.
too then.
Okay. You guys enter into the Iron Brigade's area. Oddard sort of just looks around for a moment, and then wanders in towards Lee's office.
I have to ask, are there still beads in the Portcullis area?
No, not anymore.
Thank God.
They moved on. Good travels, friends.
And, yeah. So what you ordered?
We'll go into Lee's office, I guess.
Alright then. You enter in. You see the two of them start up conversation for a brief moment before you guys enter in, and then they just sort of go silent and look to each of your four traveling compatriots.
Where do you need us?
I don't need you anywhere.
We are under attack.
And we will deal with anything involving that. We need you elsewhere doing whatever you adventuring people do to get help for the town.
I had to go grab something real quick, so don't make me show up.
Hey, in case you were unable to notice this, dear, there seemingly is only 400, maybe at most we could get 600 of us here. Compared to, on the opposite shore, there's almost over 1,000 currently orcs upon those shores, let alone the other 19,000 scouts have said that are coming in from the mountains.
Alright,
Now,
well, we need a way
please
over them.
explain to me how exactly, unless something changes in these numbers, what now 5 obviously talented adventurers are for not to have managed to avoid being killed on sight by Oddard here, would able to do against 19,000 barbarian orcs, some of which are some of the most ferocious warriors on the face of Faerun and
Well,
the surrounding land.
You see, I have this axe, and I like to
Oh,
hit
you
things
have
with
an
it.
axe, and you like to hit things with it. What excellent dwarven words have ever been spoken? I like to hit things and drink all the time.
Well, I said nothing about drinking, but if you're offering, I mean, I'll take some.
Oh, good, you're
I look up to her and say, I can tell you what we do. We get help. We're good at that, at least.
Well, I'm guessing you probably have a better idea at this point than I do. Also, here's, this little bit in order to... Here's the keys to sort of get, Ukrith out of his cell location. Now, as for him to actually be free, in the sense of him being free from any prying eyes, as it were, you would have to talk with him.
Alright, we can do that. Afterwards, is the path to that mountain area where the dragon resides. Is that clear?
As for today it is, I
We
would
won't
move
waste any time.
quickly if I were you. I would say probably that the orcs started moving, the 19,000 started moving. The vanguard, what we were able to see, will be here at the end of this week.
Then we best move fast.
So beyond then, it would be rather dicey. Also, I think it is time for Ukrith to have a talk with the Lavalel people over in the Crimson, whatever the fuck they are. The rogue group outside of our gates.
That all sounds good. Will just resupply in town and be on our way.
Good. Is there anything else any of you need of me?
I'll just look between her and Oddard and say, you two can get along, right? Man the defenses?
Otter just sort of turns to you and just sort of. She just turns to you and sort of eloquently sort of lays her hands out in front of her, palms facing out. She says,
Of course. What else would we do? There's no
A shrug.
money to be made if we die. There's no way out of town. For whatever reason, there hasn't been a ship coming in, and due to beautifully fortunate circumstances, all of the ships at the docks were sunk last night.
Wait, what? That's news to us.
It was news to us as well when we woke up this morning and saw their sails were lit on fire, and that the majority of them were below waterline, and not intentionally. So,
Wait, so you're saying it was accidental?
I really hope it wasn't. I really doubt it was an accident.
You said it wasn't intentional, so.
Guessing nobody in town intentionally did it.
Okay, I get what you're saying now. Okay.
Good.
Alright. So, we better get moving if we want to get through that path before it closes up.
Indeed.
Alright.
Go have your fun times with Ukreth now, and me and Oddard here have to discuss certain arrangements. Brigade.
Before we go, you mentioned a drink?
Get out.
I turn to leave.
Just give her a nod. Is there someone in town who can investigate the burned sails or the burned ships in case it was intentional and there's a traitor amongst us?
I have no idea where to start with that. I think Brentley got one of the locals on it.
Okay, I have returned.
That's a start at least.
Oh! Also, there's a particular... I saw some glowing lights and some shouting, and one Mr. Neves stopped by earlier and said he needed you guys off at his office or his shop as quickly as possible. Said a particular discovery had been made.
That's good to know. Alright.
Follow me.
Thank you for your help, Commander Lee, and best of luck with the defense.
Quite welcome.
Alright, we'll head
I'll
over
Wait a
set out at
sec.
that point.
this
Wait a second.
shop.
You... whatever you are, whatever your name is, the monk, I believe.
Hello.
Zarin, right?
Yes.
Good, I remember the name. Where do you get that sword?
I imagine Zarin right now has a sword draped over his back with holding it with the strap. And he's going to say, I found it in a tomb. Well, it was kind of given to me by my friends. It's quite interesting sword. I like it a lot.
It is indeed. Wonder.
And Xander just kind of staring at him blankly with a smile on his face.
Come on, we have a time frame. Let's go.
Yes, go. Move on.
Bye-bye.
But return at some point. A nice meet to discuss that particular weapon. If it's what I think it is.
Sure.
It's a pointed stick. Let's go.
So you guys exit out, and where do each of you proceed?
Is there anywhere you need me to go for that stuff I talked to you about?
We'll get to that later, but for now,
Okay,
the
just making sure.
Where do you guys proceed?
Uh,
Currently, you've heard about Scott Neves needing you as well as Ukrith stuff, so...
Which one's Ukrith?
He's the guy locked in the room
Oh.
there that we were.
I'm gonna go over to Ukrith.
Okay. Where do the rest of you go?
We should split up. Somebody should go to Mr. Neves.
I think this time I'm gonna go with Daigor.
Digor.
So someone else, Daigor. My bad.
Digor.
It's been. Oh man, it's been 2 weeks. My bad.
Name's Daigo, my friend.
It's Dig-Gor.
Daigor.
It's Dai.
I always thought the D was silent, so I was just
Igor.
calling him Igor.
No, the D is actually pronounced like an N.
Yeah.
Oh, Cohen. My friend, that is an unfortunate name,
Oh no.
but common in Virginia.
Very.
Don't tell people where I'm from.
Yeah, you're.
Find the fucking...
Now they'll know.
Now they'll know.
The 4 people that are watching.
We cloaked your location by saying you lived in Canada.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the truth, actually. So
It's not the truth. It's not even right area.
yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
All right. But yeah, Digor
So-
is going to.
So Digor and
Biggin.
Zarin are going to Ukrith's place. Ulrich and Zeke. Since Zeke's gone for now, and he sounded like he was having a stroke or something. Ulrich, do you go to Scott's place?
Yeah, I guess.
Go.
Yeah, I'll go to Scott's place. He's
Then-
got interesting stuff.
Hi, brother. I love you.
Let's see. Hi, Scott's place. Okay, so the two of you arrive
I don't know
over at
you.
Ukrith's place. You enter in. You notice that the runes themselves have started to fade around around the door, and he's just sitting there. Behind his desk is similar, very broad and muscular physique.
Hey, Biggin. We're working on getting you out.
Good.
We got the council's. We think we have the council's vote to let you out. What was that other thing? Something about a demon contract or something?
What?
Or am I mistaken?
Demon contract.
Is it just the council keeping him in here?
What's keeping me here was the Iron Brigade people. But I also still need you to find Ignan.
Well, yeah, that's
and
gonna.
Get him to get rid of this piece of paper.
That may take a while.
Yes, I'm sorry it's taking so long. We are still working on it, but there's a lot going on the island right now. I wish we could use your strength. Maybe soon, my friend.
Yes. But they got rid of the runes outside of my room. Let us go venture forth into the world. I
I
think there's certain people you will follow me. Yes, to go talk with. You've dealt with them before.
okay.
The Lavalel brothers. We have things to discuss with them, yes. And we will go. Today.
Yeah, I'll follow you. I don't know who they are, but
You've met them before.
I don't know names. Digor does not follow names.
You don't follow names.
I don't either, but Digor doesn't, especially. Digor refuses. I'm just forgetful.
You refuse. I think you remember all these names, and you're just being difficult.
So, you, Temple of Drak child, Zarin,
Yes.
You will come as well.
I will go wherever you ask me to. I know you do not like me calling you brother, but I do respect you as a high-ranking member of the temple.
I don't deserve the title, but thank you for the sentiment. Now, let us go to the encampment.
Alright.
The Crimson Lines.
Follow
And I
you.
will be gone. Oh, but first let me pack up the remainder of my belongings. Grab that box. 2 of you, if you could.
Sort of points over to the corner to a chest of sorts that's got 2 arms on it.
Do I see my axe anywhere?
He's putting it into a bag of his and putting it over his shoulder.
Be careful of that big
I'm
one.
back.
I'll be back for it someday. And I grab the other side of the box.
As Aaron goes around to try to grab the side you left for him, and you can see as soon as he tries to lift it up, he's just struggling.
Come on,
What is
now.
this?
Move, young one, I got it. And he just picks it up and just sort of...
If he like, as Aaron was struggling, if he like touches Aaron at all to move him out of the way, he goes flying across the room.
What is this?
You okay?
Oh yes. Thank you for taking the load. I am not. He's gonna like squeeze his arms. I am not the strongest monk at the temple.
Apparently.
You can work on that.
No, it's fine. He might lose his quickness.
Alright.
But regardless, let's go drop this off. Is the Shimmer Star Inn still standing?
Last I checked.
Is Rejnak still there?
Last I checked.
Poor sod.
Last I checked.
So you guys head over there and start heading in the direction of the Shimmer Star Inn. Him sort of talking over there, and he sort of waves his hand over towards Telgarn. Telgarn doesn't even notice as you guys are passing by him. He's still just breathing fire at people and tossing the occasional gnome or dwarf or human or half-orc at different places. Sending people flying and telling them to grab this or move that. Put that fire out. And you guys enter in. And then Ulrich and Zeke, you guys are entering in to Nevermore Goods.
Oh, that's where I went. Okay.
Okay.
You got the 2 of you enter in through the front door, and you just see a huddled, unconscious, familiar-looking half-elf.
Before I go in, I pet the bees as we walk in, but then I go to the half-elf's aid.
It sort of purrs almost, but by purr it means just sort of electricity starts emanating throughout it.
Said greet like I did last time, and then
Good thing means there.
is this the proprietor, Mr. Neves?
Scott
Yes.
is
Well,
indeed there. Yes.
Crouch down and see if I can assess his condition.
Well, actually, no, the cleric is not there, but he's standing over this particular individual.
Oh, okay.
Look what I found!
Oh, okay. Do I recognize the half-elf at all?
Look, it's Sorath!
Oh. I just kind of like...
Oh.
I look him over for injuries, see if he's okay. Is he conscious?
I found him in my pocket.
Oh, I see.
Of course you did.
Is, out of character, is Sorath conscious?
Yeah, am I conscious?
He's currently unconscious at this point in
Okay.
time.
Okay, I will give him, I'm not sure, is he like injured?
Nope.
Okay, I will just kind of shake him a little bit to try and rouse him, and if that doesn't work, I will do a lay on hands.
What's more unique about him, that you should know, is I got this message from a devil inside of my pocket. They asked me to come get him because he was too annoying.
I look from him to Sorath for a second and say, well, that sounds like Sorath, all right.
Kept
He's not
asking
some
for
doppelganger.
information or something about every single thing, and he wanted to check out one of their torture instruments. Then he kept playing with it.
That is definitely Sorath.
He sounds like Sorath.
Looking down at him like I didn't realize all this about him. Did they say how to wake him?
Oh,
Yes, and he sort of pulls out a small spiked flail from his hand and just sort of slaps him on the side of the face.
wait, see. Oh, this bad idea. They probably were joking. That. But anyway, I've got this. I'm going to go back to my book.
Sort of moves around his metal hat. Just sits in the corner. Sorath, you're awakened by a metal flail tearing into the side of your face.
Oh, come on, Fiona, I'm sleeping. What?
Hey, you right there, Sorath?
Mortal plane? What am I doing here?
Apparently you were inside Mr. Neve's pocket. I daren't ask which one you were in.
How did that happen? Maymon,
Something
is
about-
this a joke? Sorry, I was looking around, like, expecting him to pop up out of somewhere.
I look around as well, but I mean, there's certainly the usual unnatural auras here, but no demonic thing that I can sense. At least I haven't turned my paladin sense on yet, but I figure that'd be pretty obvious. But are you all right?
What the hell?
Last few-
This isn't... Literally, what the hell?
Are you all right?
You're in,
I know where I am now, but I don't know why I'm here again. It's because I said he was fat, wasn't it?
I'd imagine that was part of it. Yes.
Seriously, you make one too many jokes and this happens. Yeah, fine. Guess who's not invited to my Christmas party anymore?
What's Christmas?
It's a holiday the devils are thinking up. They want to use it to have, or the devils. They want to use it to have a pagan holiday, but masqueraded as if it's something else. And then the people will be dumb enough to think it's actually true.
I'm not there anyway.
That's fine. I'm used to talking to voices that aren't there.
You couldn't have come at a better time, to be honest. The city's under siege, and we're hoping to get some more additional allies to save it from its attackers. Did you... What happened to you in hell?
Well, it was fascinating. Oh, just out of character for a second. Who did I get kidnapped by?
You're just dragged into hell by some departing devil spirits in the last session.
Okay. It was fascinating, right? So, these bunch of devils named Frank, Joel, and Isikulakula grabbed me when they were getting thrown out of this plane. And at first they were like, oh, let's torture him using the Embrace of Pain. But I correctly pointed out the Embrace of Pain they were using was an inferior old copy. They were using 2.2, version 2, when I knew full well 2.5 was invented already. It was madness. I told them I could easily regenerate myself and break free being a cleric from said device. They needed 2.5 because it had dampers against holy warriors such as myself. Anyway, one thing led to another, and we ended up throwing a bunch of demons inside the torture device instead. Then, we all decided to go and party in Minaris for a little while, where I met Maymon. Also, at some point, I met Furina. I got both their autographs, too. Take that, cousin Gala, son of a bitch. Yeah, basically had a nice, awesome spa day in the nasty, well, I didn't think they were nasty, but some people might. Brutes. Soggy, bones everywhere, disease-ridden swamps. It was very relaxing.
That's great.
that's interesting anyway.
It
Glad it
is.
worked out.
Yes, City of Chains was magnificent. I visit there all the time. Once again, I think Maymon got mad at me though because I said he was bad. But he was. He's a very obese snake.
Well, some just can't take the truth, I suppose.
Exactly, right? I wasn't saying it to be mean. I was all like, hey, just lay off the souls a little bit. You'll, Lord of Deception and Master of Deception, indeed, I only weigh so much.
Hey, well, I'm glad you're back anyway. Was that... Must have been an odd trip.
It was amazing. Like, literally the best thing ever. Zeke knows what I'm talking about.
What?
Well,
Yeah, see? He gets it.
I just looked kind of confused for a second. Then, okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. Must have been, I would say, an ordeal, but it sounds like you had quite an adventure there.
It was an ordeal of awesomeness.
well, hate to ruin it to you, but there's quite a big army of orcs on its way, and we must prepare.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is his idea of a joke, sending me here to die. Whatever. We'll see who has the last laugh when I live. And I tell all the rest of them how much he actually weighs.
That's great.
So then, how many orcs are there, and how many of them are we going to slaughter?
20,000 total to 1,000 right now.
Excellent! This sounds perfect.
And as
No.
as we can.
What
Hey.
about those ghosts? Last time I was here, we were talking about grabbing an army of undead. Are they still here?
As far as we know.
Should we go get them?
We're working toward
I
a
was-
dragon right now.
Even better, boys. Let's get that dragon.
Oh, I'm not there. Keep forgetting shit.
Right. Why I'm here is Scott still around?
Yes.
I'd like to. I walk up to him and kind of tap him on the shoulder.
Yes?
You know spells to identify the properties of items, right?
Feels like somebody hit me in the face.
I kind of like look over myself and say, "Can you identify what all of this is?"
What's all of this?
By shiny, fancy ass new full plate, the big ass hammer in one hand, the
Oh,
shield and the helmet. Like everything is visible about me.
Sure. Starts hold still.
Starts crossing, making a circle around you, and she's going,
Booga, 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 dooga. Hey, the oh, that's symbol's wrong. Hey, the booga, dooga, dooga, anima.
starts mumbling to himself random nonsensical words for several moments, and then says,
Okay, done. And now I have to cast the spell.
and so he goes over,
No,
sort
cast a spell.
punches you once right in the nose.
Oh, nice.
Punches
And
me in the
then-
nose.
Yes, and then as a drop of blood falls down onto the circle, it starts you see it just starts glowing with this reddish white light just starts emanating from every corner of this circle he drew around you. In previously like charcoal and chalk and random bits and pieces of stuff that he used for writing utensils. Occasionally he drew it in pen,
Okay.
some sort of quill pen, and then just glowing.
Oh,
And I was just waiting for you to say, like, he
Interesting.
punched you in the face. Then, like, I wanted you to say, then he walks back and casts the spell. I was gonna fucking die. Dear God.
He just punches you in the face. Booga booga. Then, oh, that's right, that's the spell. Identify.
I like him.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, continue.
So, Oh, that. Oh, this thing. These items. You are... a Gigas?
They came from it, yes.
Why are you one?
I don't think I am.
Spell don't lie. It says you're a Gigas.
Yeah, Gigas, you should remember your own name.
That's a race.
Wink.
Okay, so what does it all do? Assume I am what you said I am.
The shield? Heavy defensive magic. Or offensive, I don't know. And the spell keeps switching back and forth from the hammer to the shield on which one's offensive and defensive magic. But, I don't know what those two do right now, but as for your armor and helmet... It's... Somehow all of it's connected to who you are now. Because you don't look like a Gigas, but it says you are a Gigas.
That's interesting.
Little bit, you're a lizard. You're a giant talking lizard, not a Gigas.
Yes, I surmised as much. I mean, the tail would suggest that.
Little bit. The scales, too, was kind of a giveaway.
So-
As for your armor helmet, definitely all of it's emanating, not normal, but all of it's emanating holy magic now. Gigas were not holy.
That's an improvement.
I don't know what they do. Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is that Gigases were giant creatures. I thought they were fairy tales, but as the tales go, they all had towering armor and shields that became an extension of them, and so on and so forth. And so on.
It's good to know. I'm glad they're holy now instead of what they used to be.
Could
Thank
just
you.
be that it's an extension of who you are. You are one of them holy knights.
Aye, that's right.
Or you've become a Gigas god thing. Tree, maybe.
Perhaps I should commune with my god then. Perhaps they might have more insight about what has become of
one
me.
more thing. It goes over and punches you once more in the nose. It says,
Have a good day.
"You a Gigas now? Did I knock it out of you?"
I'm afraid not. But thank you for your help anyway.
Maybe third tries the charm.
If he tries, I'm catching his hand and say, no, that will be enough. Thank you.
I've heard
I
that.
was about to say, you're gonna let this man triple tap.
Sort
you.
of
That's bad.
raises your he sort of raises his hand, but notice you making a gesture to catch him. Just like,
Oh, I could have gotten away with 3 if I was quick.
I mean, you already got double tap like an iPhone, so.
Thank you for your assistance, and I shall just head out at that point.
It's okay. You're welcome. Come back again.
What a
As
nice
I
man.
as I leave, I think a lesser man would have punched him in the nose, but I must resist. I pet the beads as I head out the door again.
You know, in hell, that's practically a warm handshake.
I'm sure it
Someone's
is.
face.
I don't think hell would like me very much then.
They like me. I even explained why version 3.0 was bad and they needed to fix it by doing all these different things. They were silent too. They were really surprised. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to wherever we're gonna meet the rest of the party again. I wasn't here for that line.
I don't think we ever actually said.
We're going to the inn right now.
Enough.
All right.
That's our usual meetup spot, so you can just assume.
It is. Yep. Worth a shot.
Yeah, right.
Alrighty then, so you guys all head over to the inn. The first to arrive
Indeed.
is Ukrith and your two traveling compatriots.
I'm gonna go fill up my flask first thing.
You enter in through the doors. Regnek's just sitting there. He's reading a book behind the counter, his feet laid up. You notice as Ukrith walk in and he just sort of lazily tosses him a key.
Your room is already there. It's been there, same way. 70 years. 480, somewhere there.
Ukrith just nods to him, wanders in through the door, wanders in, around the hallway, to the end where you notice that it's seemingly just a blank wall, and then he just sort of pushes on through it, dragging the chest in behind him.
I'm gonna try to follow him, not putting my hands out or anything, just walking straight into the wall.
You're the muggle at platform 9 3/4, kid.
I want to see if I go through or
Fall
just hit my
back.
face.
You just hit it, just fall
Damn
back.
it! I hate magic.
Alright, so now the rest of your compatriots follow in shortly afterwards.
Brother,
Aye.
want a drink?
You notice, oddly enough, that none of the members of the Fading Light Adventuring group are actually in at this point.
Wait, is that Sorath?
Or no, I wouldn't call
Hi!
He's
Alright.
alive.
How many souls do drinks cost? Oh, wait, that's right. Never mind.
What the heck? I thought you were dead.
Nope, still alive. You know, it's a funny story, really. And then he starts recounting the story again. Then I ended up here.
That makes no sense.
I know, right? So
Your
mean.
soul.
I was trying to tell him. Yeah, I was trying to be nice. I was just saying maybe cut back a little. He didn't listen.
Okay, undead pointy ears. Welcome back to the living.
Looks
Come.
that way. Although I don't think I was actually dead.
Is your soul, I don't understand, your soul shouldn't be yours. How do you have your soul back?
But never left.
Then how do you have power? Do you still have power?
Well, I think I healed my head after somebody hit me in the face. Don't know who that was. That's like a secondary standard greeting in hell.
This is quite perplexing. Well, I'm glad you're alive. I think.
Yes, as am I.
I thought your soul was doomed to eternal damnation.
Psh, I wish.
Maybe a warlock isn't as detrimental as I thought. If you went to the land of hell and came back and you're this all right, maybe you do know what you're doing. I apologize for doubting you this whole time.
It's okay. I know how it looks sometimes. How could somebody possibly be this awesome?
I have a question for you, Mr. Undead Pointy Ears.
Not undead.
How come when I got your pack after you were kidnapped, how come you had a beating heart in there?
Ulrich, myself, and Zeke found it at the when we were attacking a couple of ogres, or half ogres, actually.
Oh.
I actually forgot about that. I was wondering why I kept making that irritating noise. Speaking of which, where's Delicious?
I threw the heart in the creek, by the way. You don't have it anymore.
That's alright. Where's Delicious, though?
Who's Delicious?
His cube.
My chowder elemental.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, that.
I ate that.
There might be more delicious in the pot in the kitchen if we're lucky. I still have no idea what's happened to that cube in there.
Sorath is kind of looking at Digor suspiciously. Alright. Delicious ore.
What?
Yes. I didn't think you would gain this much power so quickly. You've already taken over a body. That's amazing.
Okay there, Mr. Undead 20 years.
And you're even talking like him.
Why? Whatever. Come, let's have a drink on you.
Yes! I think I still have... He reaches into his pocket and pulls out like
I have all your gold.
a soul for a second. Oops. How'd that get there? Well... Yes, I don't have anything.
We'll put it on your tab, no worries.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe we got enough money right now.
Do what? Who owes enough money?
I believe we got enough money now that... Uh-huh.
I don't care. He ain't getting none of that. He wasn't there.
Well, we do have some that assigned for some things we need for our group, but the rest of it is still available, I suppose.
The way I see it, I've got my share separated already. I'm keeping it.
Delicious has gotten greedy in my actions.
Well, are we ready to go to our next objective, or what are we doing here?
I believe so.
We were just meeting up. If y'all want to hit some shops or something, buy something real quick, and then we get a haul ass out of town for like opening closes.
All right, I'm still quite perplexed about our friend here just miraculously coming back to life, but I guess we could step over that for now.
Zarin, look, Zarin. We were just down in a big ass underground place where tons of my family was coming back to life. He's no
That was
different.
your family?
I think so. I'm not positive, but they were dwarfs.
Oh.
Don't the humans have a saying, chalk it up to good luck and move on?
Well, I mean, Delicious isn't exactly a human.
I believe you have a point, Zeke. I like that sentiment. I can definitely find some solace in that philosophy right now.
All right. Well, if you haven't got any shopping to do, we need to do it now, and leave.
I don't think I have any money. At least any money that could be... Well, maybe. Are there any necromancers around? I might be able to get something. Yeah.
Well, is Finley there and the rest of the other adventure party?
No, he said they weren't here.
Okay. Okay, so are we planning to go to the dragon then?
I said we go to the dragon.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. I came back just in time.
So how much gold can that ornate chest of ours fit?
How much?
Yes.
It'd be enough to fit 2,000 coins.
We got 1,000 in there.
I honestly should put 2,000 in.
Like I said, y'all do what y'all want with y'all share. My share is already out of the thing in my own sack.
All right, because if we're going, this is a red dragon as far as we can tell, and they have a big ego, so we should try to sate that with a suitable offering.
We'll give him undead pointy ears here. Where's the halfling? We'll offer him. Or we had that druid following us around. Can we just offer his dead body?
Well, I mean, Mammon and I were pretty close. You know, most dragons like him.
I wouldn't count on it.
Why, you think you already told everybody about the thing? It's not my fault I was being honest.
Anyone have objections to like either alternative? Like, I say chest filled to the brim with gold, but that's my call on that.
Nothing else I can think of right offhand.
How do we know the dragon's just not going to kill us and take the gold?
I totally can. I'd say that with the promise that there's more to be had, that it can, it's got a small profit now and a large profit if it works this.
Do we know where the dragon's hoard is?
No.
Does anybody know? Because if we found out where the dragon's hoard was, we could just steal it, give it to the orcs, and then the dragon will get pissed off and attack them by itself.
That is a good plan, though I think dragons will be more cunning than that. We have a much more difficult time trying to steal from a dragon than talking to one asking for his assistance, but if the opportunity presents itself, it might work. Though I'm no fan of deception like that.
I don't know. From what I know about dragons, I have a strong feeling he'll be less inclined to...
First step is us getting there. So, like I said, we leave now or never.
Well, leaving now sounds good then. I start filling chests with gold.
All right.
And
I'll hand you all the sacks that already have my share taken out.
Did we find a farm with? Did that? I was working at the farm there during that session. Did I find any cows that I could buy? Cool. Yeah. I will. If it's on the way, I'll buy cows there too. Otherwise, I'll have bought cows because that's what I've done while I was there.
You got a cow.
Cool.
Just
I have
on
a
the
cow.
opposite side of the river.
Oh, I couldn't have him live right here.
That's where the farm is, on the opposite side of the river.
Oh well, shit. Oh well. All right, just gold then. So, we know how to get there, right? Pretty sure we got directions there before.
Mount Hellflame is on a path that diverges really close to the Crimson Line encampment. It's not even probably. And the actual journey to get all the way up to the top of Hellflame Mountain would probably be the majority of what remains of today.
All right, let's get going.
Gotta say, I like the name.
No foreboding, but alright.
So, you guys journey out, and as you guys exit out of the door, you notice that Ukris waiting for your, his two needed companions to journey with him. So,
are you ready?
Yep.
Yes,
Aye, let's
we are ready.
let's
Good.
get on.
Is he come with us?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Not going with you to Mount Hellflame. If what I heard was correct about your journey. I have other business elsewhere, but I need you guys to, or at least several of you, to come with me to the Lavalel brothers and the Crimson Line encampment.
I will go.
All right.
All right, yeah, we'll go.
Who are these people?
Let's go.
All right then.
Crimson Line group is a mercenary group that you guys had previously allied with the orcs.
Got
Ugh.
So you guys journey out through the front gates, heading off there. In the distance, Digor, give me a perception check. As you guys are journeying and getting closer and closer to the mountains.
1 second. My thing's kind of slow, so give me a...
You can do it now.
It's now or never.
Alright. You sort of glance around for a second, sort of noticing, seemingly like you see something off in the distance. And then out of the corner of your eye, you almost swear you see that beaded monstrosity
We're going
off
now.
in the distance in the mountain range.
We're going now. Going now. Let's go.
You glance for it, then you start focusing upon it, and then it's seemingly gone. You think to yourself for a moment whether or not you're in fact hallucinating, and whether or not that sight was real, or just your own imagination.
I don't care. Let's go.
Don't worry, Delicious. I won't let the dragon eat you. Sorath said, patting him on the back.
You touch me again, you're gonna axe to the neck. You okay there, undead pointy bastard?
Not undead.
And I'm not delicious.
Right. Wink.
I'm gonna kill this boy yet.
And then so you guys proceed farther into the Crimson Knight encampment. You enter in and you note that you see you see the normal person standing there. You see Norvin Terran Lavalo standing there by the encampment, and he gets up the second he sees the sights of you guys approaching, goes off and grabs his brother in return, and two of them are just standing there, waiting.
It's what time is it now?
Noon?
Good day, gentlemen. Good to see you again.
Hi ho.
Terran just nods, and he Norvin turns to you and says, I see that now. Who might be this towering monstrosity that you have brought with you?
This is bigger.
Hi, I'm Sorath.
Not you, undead bastard.
Ha ha ha, Mr. Funny.
This is biggin.
Oh, talking about the short-tempered excuse of a person standing next to you.
Repeat after me.
Delicious.
Biggin.
See now, I thought his name was Ukrith.
Nah, it's biggin.
Is that so? What do you all know about this person, Ukrith?
I know his real name's Biggin.
Shut
A
up.
whole lot to be
Well,
honest.
he's a strong warrior, and no matter what anyone says, the things he does are for the better of the earth.
Aye.
Is that so?
From what I've seen so far,
Always
yes.
for the betterment of the earth, the betterment of people everywhere.
Well, I can't speak for always.
I know he hits hard. That's all I care about.
Oh,
Right
he
now.
does. That's true. That's true. It's true. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Terran? Norman just sort of turns to him and Terran nods. What else do you know about him?
Y'all got some kind of personal beef, I guess?
Answer my question first. What else do you know about him?
I told you
Well-
that's all I care about. Is he hits hard.
We know he's been alive for hundreds of years.
Oh, he
It's
has.
a lot of time to build a lot of sour relationships. Isn't that right?
That's true. That is true.
I see.
particularly with two half-elven, half-orcish children. Isn't that right, Terran?
He don't talk much, does he?
No. Because if we did, we'd be trying to strangle this person named Ukrith right in front of us. Isn't that right, Terran? Terran nods.
Well, I don't think we have to resort to violence. Let
Oh,
me
I
talk.
think we do. I think we do.
Can we at least know why you might feel hostility towards our party,
See,
specifically Ukrith?
90 years ago. Actually, no. I'll be 91 years. So 91 years. 91 years ago. A particular person, roughly around Ukrith's size and weight, wandered into a particular town. Engaged to be married to a particular elven lady. And we happen to be the products of that particular arrangement. Now, we didn't see him a day after that. So,
So he's
please
your
elaborate.
papa?
Well, if you didn't see him, how do you know this is him?
Exactly.
R.D. har har.
That wasn't a joke. I was being serious.
I don't understand. I don't
Please
understand.
elaborate on how exactly every single person in that town, every single person, including him who left a fucking letter in his own handwriting with his own signature, would have managed to have faked every single bit of information about this. How do we know it's him? Well, it'd be a fucking coincidence if it wasn't him.
Well, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? Oh, my
Yeah.
daddy left me. You poor ungrateful child.
Kill him.
I draw my axe.
Before we do something rash, could you perhaps want to ask him why he left you for so long?
No, that's what we're about to do, but first we gotta kill your dwarven friend. Oh,
Oh,
boo
well.
boo, daddy left you.
I-
Drown him in the lake.
I'm looking to Digger. I'm like,
no, that's none of that. None of that.
you
now.
should
He's,
probably apologize to him.
I'm not apologizing.
We've got numbers.
They got lucky. It could be like us. Our father's still alive.
Kill him slowly.
None of that now. He's a blithering idiot. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay? Get him to go away. Far away. He's not welcome around here anymore.
I take one step forward.
You see 50 people take one step
You stop
forward.
right there.
Wait, there's 50 of them
50.
now? Good God,
he's
Biggin,
not
you
there.
got busy, didn't you?
There's 50 members of Crimson Line that are nearby. They all start moving towards Digor.
I strongly recommend you apologize, friend.
I will not apologize.
Yeah, come on, Delicious. We don't need these people. I think we all know where they'll go in the end.
Look, I will kill you, and then I will kill them, okay? But right now, I'm walking out of this place.
Yeah, sure.
Little pansy-ass,
Bye-bye.
whiny bastards, babies fucking crying for the mamas. Need a little tit to suckle. And I'm gone.
So I was walking with him and explaining what's going to happen when the night hags get a hold of them.
We gotta talk about if Sora's really okay later on.
I'm still watching from a distance, but
So then,
axe still drawn.
I do not believe there is a need for an air of hostility. You have
there is a need for air of hostility.
I just feel like that is a bit counterproductive here. You want to ask Okrith, I'm assuming.
Oh
Why?
no, I'm not worried. The hostility isn't towards him. I'm more curious than anything towards him. Their hostility is towards your compatriot. Whether or not I should have the 50 of them run him down right now.
I don't think that's necessary. Words are not important enough to.
Words are very important. Words show intent, show attitude, show emotion. And that person showed hostility towards us. Showed
Yes,
downright disrespect towards us.
Is that more important? Is
I
your
don't
respect
respect
and pride
anybody.
more
He's
important
only
than
about a year
preservation?
old and made of soup. Sorarth yelled from the side.
Fuck you, I'm 60.
I believe the preservation of life is more important than pride.
Oh, I do too. Think of
Then don't kill him. And instead, just find some way to shame
Please,
him.
let's just talk about this. Please forget about any misguidings we as a
nothing
party
to
had.
forget about this, but I think me and Ukrith need to talk for now. So,
Do you wish to speak by yourselves?
yes, we'll have a nice little conversation. I appreciate for you escorting him here. And also, I recommend you find some sort of muzzle for that mutt over there that's an excuse for a traveling compatriot. Because you might run across more non-hospitable people than me.
Trust me, we've tried. They don't make one big enough.
You're
If
gonna
it's around a
die-
beard like that.
You're probably going to die with him.
I think you people have a saying. You don't have to run. You don't have to run together. You just have to be faster than the other one. And I'm pretty sure I'm faster than he is.
Yeah, it's probably true. Have a good day, then.
It's okay. When the time comes, I will be the last one standing. It has always been like that.
What?
I will save everyone I can.
Don't save him.
I have before.
Trip.
Will again.
Trip him.
Zaren's gonna look at Albreth and he's gonna ask him, "How do you feel about all this? Are you willing to speak with them in private?"
Hmm. Might as well.
They claim to be of your family. Do you know anything about this? Is this something you've done? Have you slept with an elven woman?
91 years ago.
That checks out, doesn't it? Well,
Oh. Until your friend apologizes to them, don't expect him to get a hold of that axe.
oh,
It's the least I can do after 91 years.
Damn you,
It's a
Roman.
very good start.
I'm sure we can all talk about this.
Oh. And he'll probably have to do more than just apologize.
I figured as much. That would do him good.
But anyway,
If we shave the
I
other
think
half of
it's
his beard.
time for
Fuck
me
you, Travis.
and
Keep your
these
mouth shut.
two Lavalelle brothers to have a long talk.
I suppose you've got a lot to catch up with.
Oh. Be careful on Mount Hellflame. There might be more up there than you'll expect to find.
I'm certain there will be. Dragons don't tend to pick the nicest places to roost.
No, but I heard there's some sort. Supposedly, when I was listening to conversations outside of my door, somebody supposedly saw the local pyromaniac running up there. So be on the lookout.
I look around at the group, local pyromaniac.
Oh no.
These Pip's son?
Pip's son?
I don't know. All I know is that I heard somebody talk about Brentley had a job out for a pyromaniac in town. And
Oh,
that
boy.
supposedly that pyromaniac had run up onto the mountain.
Zaren's not going to say anything, but when you say that, his eyes are going to light up, and he's going to stay quiet and look down and kind of. I guess he wouldn't be holding his sword, maybe like have like the grip of the satchel around his chest. He's going to grip that tighter and just like kind of keep to himself. But he definitely knows what's going on.
Well, be careful. I think we'll be well prepared for what might come.
Good. Now, leave us be.
Aye, we shall see you shortly.
A lot happens in 91 years.
Indeed, it's far longer than I've been alive.
Same here. Well, be safe. I hope you guys have a much better conversation that is much less hostile than this one was.
I wouldn't be hopeful.
Oh,
Knows, maybe all of us don't even survive it, but have to try.
Aye. Family's worth that.
Be gone now.
Go collect Digor and Ulrich.
So all of you guys gather together and head up
Yep.
towards Hellflame Mountain.
Yep.
this is a good time to mention. I have to duck out for like 30 minutes because my sister just texted me like 10 minutes ago that her tire blew off, and she is stuck on the highway. So I should probably go get her.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess she's stuck then.
Go handle that.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I will try to be back in like 30 minutes. I'll let you guys know. So I'll
All right.
All right, bud.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Take care. Do what you need to do. So, what do the remainder of you guys do?
Climbing a mountain.
Head
I-
to the end of the
I
mountain.
just shake my head as we collect Digor and then head up the mountain.
Yep. Sorath is continuing to tell Delicious about how we'll send those guys in first.
My rage is slowly building towards the undead pointy ears.
Alright, I don't know if they are just settle down.
Are y'all gonna let me know about my axe?
Nah, let you figure it out when the time comes.
Thanks.
I still have no idea what that thing does in character, so all I know it does weird shit that maybe you're capable of at the axe, so whichever.
It belongs to my family.
So, guys head up towards Hellflame Mountain. Journey up the ever increasingly steep trail. And eventually you arrive at the top, the entrance, Hellflame Mountain. And you see what appears to be the ruins of some old, some sort of rather almost dug out cavern. Empty, maybe potentially had doors laid upon it. But now barren. You see the remains of an encampment lying about, and the remains of creatures that used to. Some massive group of people once lived here. And you see rather recently, within the past month or so, although since then the ashes have decayed, and you start seeing the remains of most of this encampment has since been undisturbed for a long time.
So is this camp we found, like an abandoned camp?
You see the entrance to the mountain itself, and then you see an abandoned encampment around this entrance.
Okay.
What time of day
Probably
is it?
once held hundreds of people.
What time of day is it?
It's just a little bit past. It's around 2.
Okay.
You want
I'm
to
Just
looking
trying-
around.
or
Does it look like this camp was like vacated recently or something ancient?
It was vacated weeks ago.
Okay. Well, does it look like there's anything of value that was left behind? Anything we can salvage?
Not particularly. You see spoiled food rations and the like if you search through the camps.
Can we tell like what kind of camp this was? Like who set the camp? Like the orcs or like another company?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Let's get my sheet out. Investigation. All
And
right.
whoever else is also seeking to pry this information.
I'm not so good at that, but I'll try.
Not I.
Okay, I'll check your sheet out.
Is it Skyfish?
Jevnar. Yeah, that's what I expected.
You pretty sure these are tents,
Good enough.
and that's definitely spoiled food. Smells funny.
Alright,
Okay.
let's see if I can find something.
Sorad, you sort of manage to peruse through it, and you see the spoiled food lying around, and you notice there's different things, but you're able to glean a decent amount of information about the fact that this encampment is not of orcish origin and not of the local Ironheart origin, but maybe you sort of peruse your mind that it could be from this one amulet you're able to pick up. It might have been some sort of cultist group.
I'm relaying the information. Wonder what they were doing out here.
But a cult to what you can't quite peruse because you just picked up this amulet of some sort to some deity figure. You're not sure what.
If I roll religion, could I try and figure that out?
Good.
Let's see how that goes.
You're not sure to what deity this is, but you're pretty sure this is some sort of draconic cult.
Yeah. It looks like some kind of dragon cult. I can tell because the letters are fat like you, Mammon.
Alright, so they're probably worse than the dragon we're gonna go see, so it means we're probably gonna encounter some trouble.
Does it look like this camp was like just abandoned or destroyed?
Abandoned.
Okay, not so bad then. All right.
So the dragon called them and they had to hurry away. Could be, could not be, I don't know.
So,
Well, I guess there's nothing else to continue on.
I guess, do we look to see if there's like they were attacked or they just left?
you don't see any signs of conflict from what as you guys were searching throughout the encampment.
Okay. Alright, well, let's continue on then.
Sounds good.
All right.
Indeed, you traverse farther and farther into the caves and the cavern, and you start noticing that there's just overwhelming darkness about you.
I don't think I have dark vision, so I'll be lighting up a torch.
Okay, doke.
I have dark vision. I can head towards the front.
I have dark vision, so I'll be up the very front.
Oak doke.
And Travis has dark
Oh,
vision, so he'll be in the back.
Oak doke.
So saith I.
Okay then, and you guys proceed farther and farther into the caverns complex, and you start hearing noises off into the distance in the background, just beyond the normal drip that you occasionally hear from a small puddle of water that's sort of running across one of the walls. Or occasionally you hear a gust of wind sort of push through. You hear something a little bit more than that. Almost like some sort of creature's noise off in the background. You hear something talking almost.
Can we tell like what language it is, or make any words out?
Give me an investigation.
Oh, jeez, make me roll the shit skills. All right. There.
Perception.
That's not too bad.
No, it's clearly able to be noticeable. You're sort of trying to deduce more about it, and sort of think way through.
Wait, so I don't know anything about it? So I don't know anything about it then? Hello?
Think through,
Right.
think over. What you're able to deduce about this particular entity, and I'm not quite sure what you're able to make out about it. You think it might be some sort of maybe gnomish voice, but you're not sure.
That isn't I'm not kobold, because I'd hate that voice immediately. Alright. Is it in common?
Is it you do think it might be in common, but you hear it randomly start switching tones and back and forth, and where you think you might hear familiar sound syllables and vowels and so on, suddenly turns strange and archaic.
Can we tell what direction it's coming from?
You've got an idea of where the directions it's coming from, but if you wanted to sort of search it down, I'd ask for a perception check again to sort of truly locate it.
Alright. There we go.
My thing's lagging too. I didn't realize it until just now.
Yeah,
Maybe roll 20 is messing up.
I'd guess. It's either that or it's the evil fairies of Mordor.
Hang on, I'm getting there. Mine's lagging like crazy.
I knew it. I knew one day the internet would turn on us.
Zeke
Yes.
and Sorath. The two of you, Ulrich sort of stumbles about, unable to truly deduce his location, and he
Hey, look, a
starts
butterfly.
following all of you guys forward. But Zeke and Sorath, you're able to slowly start locating, and you hear where the sounds are sort of bouncing off, and what corners, and where you start hearing it echo. When you start following down these different passageways, these different caverns, you hear the dripping again and again. You start seeing occasionally imprints and sort of indents and sort of funguses and moss that's just lying on the ground.
That's not good.
And you'll start seeing more and more tracks of two creatures, but these creatures are very small. You're not sure what they are. And you enter into an open room, and we're going to take a break there.
Okay.
Alright, guys, we'll be back soon with the conclusion of Game 2. Stay tuned.